I'm Michelle from Legal Suite, and in this webinar we are going to discuss the check sheet screen for a collections or litigation matter. Now, for the purposes of this, I have selected a collections matter coming out of one of our local magistrates' courts. Okay, so standing on the matter in question, there you can see I have it highlighted. I can now click on my check sheet item, which is the second item icon from the left on the bottom row of icons, or you can press your F7 key on your keyboard. Right, so in we go. Now, the check sheet is exactly what it says on the box. It is a check sheet of happenings on the matter, and it is also a nice little matter at a glance type of screen. So effectively you can see all the highlights of the matter in one centralized place. Instead of having to go into the matter, the address book, the party screen, the DocGen database, and so on and so forth, you can simply come in here, flip through the little tabs, and see what is happening in your matter. Right, so the first screen is the general matter. Now, this is, as it says, the general information of the matter. So it's got the matter details, the parties, the case details, and the court details. Now, anything that you add in here or amend in here will automatically be amended in other parts of the program. So let's say, for example, here at the matter description, you wanted to insert the claim amount of 15,500 Rand. So I add it to the description, I say OK, and you can see immediately the matter should be updated. There it is in the matter description field. And if I close it, it's updated the matter description. Okay, so let's just have a look here. You can see we've got the matter details with our description, date instructed, and this is fairly explanatory. Okay, here we have the debtors account settings. So here you can effectively control what is displayed on the debtors account as well. At the processor's date, these are the various processes that have been completed. Now, because this is a test matter, the day I captured it was the day I did the letter of demand, summons, and so on and so forth, which, although nonsensical, is done obviously for training and display purposes. So my instructed date was the 11th. I did this so there is no differential of days. But in the normal course of a matter, you would have the various days away from your instructed date that each of these items took place. Right, onto the stages. Each step of the matter constitutes a stage. So we have our letter of demand, our payment from the debtor, our request for default judgments, our summonses, and so on and so forth. And each one of these has a stage code. So please do have a look at our webinar on using stages in order to successfully use these. Okay, we then go into the judgment tab. When judgment was granted, the amount it was granted for. Now you can see that my original claim amount is 15,500 Rand, and yet judgment was taken for 13,500, which effectively means that 2 payments were made. So what usually happens is payments are made, the debtor then stops paying, and we proceed. Emoluments attachment, in the event that we need to have emoluments attachment issued against the debtor's salary, this is taken directly from the EAO screen in the DocGen database. And again, please do have a look at our webinars on how to properly complete the DocGen database for a collections matter. And finally, the promise to pay details. You can see I had promise to pay set in place for 1,500 Rand per month commencing at the end of April 2017. You can see the debtor made 2 payments and no further payments were made, which is why we then proceeded in the matter. So the check sheet is a very handy tool on glancing at the matter and having all of the basic pertinent information in one place instead of having to go into multiple screens.